I'm currently planning to make a little micro hydro system. You can see a little water coming from there. It's coming from all the way up there and going down to a bigger river down there. I don't know how big the head is up here. But the good thing is this is right next to my workshop, and I might be able to at least generate some power in the winter times. In summer there is no water coming at all from this little creek. So my first step will be to check out the water pressure. I have a smaller hose. I will hook it up and see what it brings. So right here I have a 40 meter pipe with 20 millimeter diameter. This won't be enough for the micro hydro, but for a first test on how much water flow I can get with it, it's good enough, I guess. 5-liter bucket to test how long it takes to fill it up, so I can calculate the water flow. This is a kind of a filter I built for a different project. I don't know if there's a mesh in there, and here are some holes. Maybe I can put it in the creek like that and see if it works. And this is just to shut it on, turn it on, shut it off, so I don't get too wet. Gonna take that, go there, roll it out and see what we can make today. So cloudy today. So I've now rolled out the pipe right to here, added the filter. This is just for the moment because here was like a small pond, and I found this filter. This might later be the outer filter for this one. It's a huge filter from a, I don't know, excavator or something, and this is metal mesh. I might even extend the pipe right up here. This would give me at least 2 meters of head, and as you can see, the pipe is not rolled out completely because it's not filled with water yet. I might put that as straight as possible to get less friction. But now I will check out how much water will come down there. Turns out, by pulling up the pipe, I didn't mount it correctly on the bottom, so it should be around here. I was wondering how I could pull it up so high, but now it's here. Here will be my checking point. I will check the water flow right here, and later on I will extend it down there. That will be at least 4 to 6 meters of head that I can add to this existing pipe. Maybe it will be, I don't know, 10-15 meters of pipe. So goal is to get a feeling of the water flow and get a feeling of how long the pipe should be from here to up there. And maybe I can find a pressure gauge to find out the water pressure at that point and at that point down there, and then I can do some measurements if it's worth investing some money into this project. So I opened the valve. As you can see, the water flow is not steady yet. I will wait until it's steady and all the air bubbles are out of the pipe, and then I will do my measurement. I'm on the top again. Obviously I moved the pipe. The filter was up in the air. I removed the filter completely. It's now just this thing that points down to maybe not get all the leaves in there, and a little mesh. It's just temporary. Now it's not sucking air. I'll now follow down and measure the water flow. So I'm down again, as you can see. I got a pretty steady flow without any bubbles. So got a small leak here, but for the first test it will be alright. Timer starts at 25 just now. And done. We will see how much that was. That wasn't even 20 seconds, a little less. Alright. See you later with the exact measurements and how much water flow that is, and then I will continue. So I've been calculating it, and the calculator said it's 17.6 liters per minute, which is okay, I guess. Obviously it might be much more if I increase the pipe volume. I found two pieces that I don't need. One is 6, one is 7 meters, so I will increase the length from 40 to 53 meters. The flow rate should stay consistent, right? I guess. I can't measure the head because the terrain is going up and down. No, it's going flat and up. And I don't have the pressure gauge here. So for the first video I will just see how far I can get with this 53 meters pipe and check the flow rate again, and then in the next video I will check the water pressure, and with the water pressure I can calculate the head height. See you with the next measurements. So I connected the two pieces. Before I was down there, now I'm here. I have a little bit of a loop and some slack. This is the point where I want to get the water from, because it's getting pretty flat and then there's only a few meters up. So this will be my point to collect the water. And now I will go down again, pull out the slack, go down as far down as possible, and then do the measurement again. All right, at 10 seconds, and go. So, since I don't know the actual head and I don't know the water pressure, I decided to just check it out. I now connected one of these nozzles here, this, I don't even know what that is, but it's definitely less than the pipe size. So we might increase the pressure here a little bit. This might be, I don't know, this might be a nozzle I can take later. And a long time ago I bought this hydro generator from eBay, made in China with poor quality, but I will hook it up and see if this spins at all, and if it spins I will make a little voltage measurement and just test it, just see how it goes. This should, I don't know, make, doesn't say, but I think it was supposed to make up to 300 watts. I highly doubt that, but if I make 50, that would be great. So it's all hooked up, and as you can see, it's not too bad. Actually, I think that sprays, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 meters or something. So let's hook it up real fast, so it doesn't get clogged up with leaves and dirt. See you in 2 seconds. So this is it. It's not turning very fast, but at least it's doing something. Considering that the Pelton shovels or buckets are not perfect, and considering that this pipe is way too small, and I didn't even use the whole potential of the head, so there might be, if I add maybe like 10 meters more, I might add 2 or 3 meters of head. This is not a bad result, I guess, but obviously it's way too slow right now. But I'm happy actually. So I hooked up the tape measure where I had the generator hooked up with the nozzle, and right until here it's 14 meters with, I don't know, a head with at least 3 meters that I might add to the pipe, which brings us to a total length of 67 meters. And yeah, that should be the maximum, because here it gets very flat. Right up there is my house, which would be perfect, because of course I have to pay the cables to my house. The other option would be to start the head there and then go all the way down the hill, but then I have to pay a lot more for the cable to my house. So this spot would be perfect for the generator. Yeah, let's leave it at that. I will get a pressure gauge to see how high the head is, how high the water pressure is, and then I will do some calculations in the next video. Now I've been adding another pipe, 50mm pipe, to get a rough feeling for how the flow rate could be if I increase the volume of the pipe. Yeah, to calculate how much power I could generate with the amount of water I have. Obviously there's a lot of water flowing around it, So if I would seal this properly and make sure all the water goes through this pipe, I might, I don't know, double, triple the amount of water. But since this flow rate is not constant, it goes up and down. If it rains, it's much more. If it doesn't rain, it's nothing. I might just take this value to say, okay, this is a realistic amount that I might get in November. So we're gonna do the test again with a 5-liter bucket, which is now maybe a little small, but we're starting at 25. And we're done. That was 11 seconds.